Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. James Sharmack here. So today we got a brand new Hulk figure, brand new Marvel Legends. So in the 1990s or the early 90s, Hulk was a different iteration than you know him right now, basically. Or if you're going with Avengers Endgame, basically this is the inspiration. We have Professor Hulk. Basically, what happened was to try to obviously stop fix the Hulk or whatever, Doc Samson took all the personalities of the Hulk and somehow merged them into one being. So Professor Hulk has the body of Hulk, has the mind of Banner, and he's got kind of the emotional attitude of Joe Fixit and the Hulk itself. So let's take a look at the box and take a look at the figure. So taking a look at the box, it's a big box, it's a big figure compared to your standard Marvel Legends box. Pretty big. It's going with kind of the motif of the 1990s when Toy Biz had a Hulk wave. So Incredible Hulk right there, Angry Hulk eyes up on the top, comic picture of Professor Hulk right there, nice picture of the figure, little blurb right there, same more on the side, stuff's going on right there, stuff's falling down, and there's the box. So let's take him out of the box and take a look. Alright, let's take a look at the figure. He's a big figure. Let's just grab a Deadpool figure just to show. Yeah, he's pretty tall, right? Pretty big figure. We'll probably some more figure comparisons later on. Anyways, this is the figure the design that I grew up with. I wouldn't say grew up with. I started buying comics in the early 90s, so this is the Hulk that was on the comics. So got a nice head sculpt going on right there. I like how it's a bright green. This Hulk's very bright green color. Obviously wears the clothes, and he's not afraid to use weapons either. We'll take a look at that accessory wise, but I like how the hair itself has like different, they would try to go make it like a hero type of thing, looking less dark, very bright, obviously. Pretty cool, pretty nice design. Big sucker, like I keep saying, because he's big like the Build-A-Figure should be, or the modern Build-A-Figure. So there you go. Okay, so it comes with a whole bunch of things accessory-wise. I swapped out the head for an angry head, but he also has a pair of glasses, so I put it on the calm head. Two pairs of hands, obviously. One's a free hand, the other one's a gun holding one. A pair of fists, and you got the gun. Usually he's using a lot bigger gun because he's a Hulk, so he can like carry a howitzer if he wanted to. So there you go with that. And we got a pair of bunny slippers. Because sometimes you just want to relax and just wear slippers. Let's take a look at his articulation, shall we? So his head goes back about not so far, goes forward pretty far, rotate all the way around. Tilt his head a little bit, not too much. They put a butterfly hinge on him, so you can probably just go give him like I can't really do it like a thunderclap, but can spread his arms like out really far. That's pretty cool. Rotation at the shoulder, rotation at the bicep. Only one point of at the elbow, but you can rotate at the elbow. Wrist rotation, not really back and forth. It's got diaphragm rotation and hip rotation. You can bend back that far, go forward that far. Like I said, hip rotation to hip. Thighs go apart that far. Thighs go apart that far. Ooh, throw rotation at the thigh. Double joint at the knee. No rotation at the shin, but angle pivoting and back and forth. Get my hand out of the way, so you can probably put him in a bunch of poses. Straighten out the leg. So yeah, he's pretty solid for a big figure. pretty easy to put him in a one leg pose where you're just a one legged supported him. So I'm kind of impressed by that. Yeah, usually I'm having problems putting these figures in poses, but this just took it to it real easy. If you want to get him in a pose like this where he's jumping in the air, which is, I thought it was pretty cool, you probably need a very strong flight stand. The Marvel Legends one is definitely not going to cut it, so, obviously shop around for one. To compare the two, Professor Hulk is a lot taller than movie Professor Hulk. Obviously, I guess, you gotta keep things in perspective or whatever. But anyways, obviously this one, they didn't put any clothes on him, but it is what it is. And just to show the size with your standard 6-inch figure, I grabbed the Secret Wars Spidey. So obviously Professor Hulk is massive. So I gotta say, I really dig the figure. I'm not a fan of the price point. It's about $50, but the figure's pretty solid. Just watch when you pose them with the head with the glasses, because the glasses will, obviously shift around, because that's what they do. Would have liked a bigger gun, but you could always 3D print one out if you really wanted to, just to overdo it, because the 90s were all about overblown and overdoing it and extreme. So the Hulk could, like I said, carry a big massive gun that's several tons or whatever, like a howitzer or whatever, and walk around and shoot someone with it, because that's what this Hulk does. He's a weapons guy too. He shoots a lot of guns. He's I don't know. So you don't want to punch people, but it is what it is. Faults, I don't know. Like I said, just the glasses move around a bit when you're posing them around. I can't really think much of anything. But yeah, pretty big. He might be a little bit big, but I guess it is what it is. But I used to have the original Toy Biz, not the Marvel Legends, but like a Toy Biz figure, where they put him in this weird pose so he could fit in the packaging, where he's kind of crouched down or whatever. Didn't really like it, but this one I dig. I'm glad I have it. Fits. This is probably the figure I wanted when I actually saw that one, so happy about that. So, because I say so a lot. Yeah, $50, sure, why not? You'd probably be paying more if it was a Build-A-Figure, am I right? Just to get the parts and whatever, but pretty happy with it. Pretty, nostalgic, obviously. Because, they're doing that with the 90s, I guess. So, anywho, I don't know what my next review, I'll be honest. I'd love to do reviews, but I'm kind of, a lot of things happen in my life. I'll probably see about doing some kind of a short from Fan Expo. What I went to the Fan Expo for one day. We'll talk, maybe I'll do a short video on that. But otherwise, I have a lot, not going on my plate. So there's a giant backlog of figures I should be reviewing that have just been hanging around. So we'll see. We'll see. I can't make promises, but I'll see what I can do. Anyways, my name is James Sharmack. This has been a Nerdum with J&J. Thank you for watching. Keep on collecting and happy hunting.